Yeah, na.
Okay. Now we have completed about nodes. What are the nodes we have? What are the differences between nodes and all? Okay. Now we need to discuss about other things in Informatica. In this diagram, we have clear domain and node. Now we are going to discuss about repository service. What is the repository service? What is the use of that repository service? The repository service is an application service which we can create under administration console page, and it will help us in getting the retrieving the data from this all client tools, and it will update into the database. Okay. To create repository service, we need one database mandatory. Without database, we cannot create this repository service. Why? Because if we create something under these four client tools, as Informatica don't have storage capacity, right? The repository service will pick the data from these four client tools, and it will update under this repository database in tables and views format. Okay. As for domain, we have this many tables, right? Same way, we'll be able to see many tables related to the repository service. Again, there are 2 points. This this is repository service. We can call this as repository. Repository is different. Repository service is different. Repository means repository database. Okay. Service means it is providing service between this client tools and repository, right? So we are calling that service as repository service. Okay. If you create mapping or anything under this designer, it will the repository service will pick the data from this designer and it will store in one table. If you create any workflow in workflow manager, it will pick up the data from workflow manager and it will store under repository data. Okay, like that it will. And sometimes if you request something and from these tools, it will collect the in that information repository from repository database and it will reflect here, like two-way communication. It will update the database and it will retrieve from the database. Same way, both two-way communication. Okay, this arrows will indicates two-way communication, right? It will update the data and it will retrieve the data as well. So now we are going to discuss about this repository service. How to create repository service? How many types of repository services we have? Basically, we have three types of repository services. One is global, local, standalone. Global is nothing but, I'll explain from this diagram. It's like, just assume this as the domain name as a global repository. It will, these four are locals. Okay. If you have ABC in this domain, this global repository, it will be accessible from these four repository services. Okay. If you type XYZ here, automatically the information will be accessible from these four. These four will call as local repository service. This one will we need to assume as global repository service. Okay. This is the concept of global and local repository service. 99% will not use this concept, global and local repository service. We'll use only standalone repository service. Okay. 100 to 100% will use standalone repository service in all projects. Okay. Now I'm going to explain how to create repository service. First, to create an repository service, you need to connect to the administration console page. You need to select the domain and go to right side actions, go to new. Here you will be able to see Power Center repository service. But to create repository service, definitely we need one database schema, database user. So we need to get that information from database team. Database team will create one database schema and they will provide to us. Okay, same way we'll create it here now. Okay, how to create database schema? Create user info_repo identified by info_repo. Means we are creating one schema called info_repo with the password of info_repo. If you execute that, it will give the status. And also it should have all DBA privileges. What we'll do, we'll grant the permissions. Grant DBA to info_repo. Okay, we have created schema and we have granted permissions as well. Okay, now we need to add that connection here. This is the username, this is the password for that, and local host information already there. If you test that, it's got failed. INF_repo. Okay. If you test that, it will get success. Save that connection. Okay. Now we'll be able to see that connection here. If you connect to that repo, there is nothing. There is no table. There is nothing inside that repo. Okay. Now we got this information. Info repo is the username. INF repo is the password for our repository. So we'll get this information from database administration team. Then what we have to do? We have to select that domain and under administration console base, go to actions, under new, under Power Center repository service. We have to provide the name of that repository service. We'll give development as our repository service name. Okay, and it will ask domain name. By default it will take, and it will ask license key, mandatory, we need to provide, and it will ask the node name. Okay, we need to specify, then click on next. It will ask for database information, database type. We have 4 databases. As I explained, Informatica will support for these 4 databases. Okay, as of now we have Oracle. Click on Oracle. Username is INF info repo. Username is, password is INF_repo, and the connection string is XC. Okay, I'll explain what is code base. Okay, code base is an extra option for understanding special characters. If you want to read special characters other than English, they will design one code base for understanding those special characters. For example, Chinese has Chinese language, and Japanese has Japanese language. Malaysian, this all countries has different their own languages. Okay, how our computer will understand those languages? To understand those languages, we need one code base. If you, for example, in Andhra Pradesh, we are using Telugu. If you want to understand that Telugu language, the Informatica team will design one code base to understand Telugu. It will read that data and it will convert into English. Okay, this is the purpose of code. Okay, and here you will be see content exists, means already data is there, no need to create. But we don't have any data, that's why we need to choose this option. Okay, create as global. If you want global repository, you have to create. If once you enable that one, you will not be reverted back. Okay, once you create global repository service, you cannot revert it as a local standalone repository. Okay, enable versioning. I'll explain later. Enable about versioning. Okay. After providing this information, if you click on finish now, we'll be able to see one repository called development here. Okay. This service is now created successfully. Worker node కూడా support. Now the repository service has been created. This symbol indicates the repository service. This symbol, Azure. Just remember. Okay. Now we'll be able to see the contents here. If you go to info repo, if you reconnect once, we'll be able to see many tables. 200 plus tables will be created under this OPB scheme, this info repo. Okay, this all the different tables will store different information. Okay, this is about repository service creation. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss about integration service creation. What is the functionality of integration service? Okay, guys. Any questions, please?
Sir, while creating repository services,
Okay.
we will select the node, right? Whether we need to select the master node or
your wish.
node.
It will run. We can run that on any node, master or worker or gateway.
Okay.
And we have one more option: high availability. Okay.
Okay.
If you have high availability feature, you can set up backup node as well for that repository service. If current running node is down, automatically the backup, it will shift to the backup node.
Correct, sir. Correct. Okay.
We don't have license, right? So we are not able to use that here.
Okay. I will.
Got it, right?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Any questions?
After like setup for this respiratory, this one.
Okay.
So why we not click this global, Anna? So
global means we are not going to create global one, right? The concept is very old.
Okay.
In 1990s or 95s they used. Everywhere we use standalone.
Standard. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
If you guys can please upload those recordings in group chat, it will be helpful for others.
So it will be like around 200 MB, Anna. So we'll do one thing. So if we want to, means we can send any email address, means we can send that.
Okay, well, that's better. We'll do one thing. Weekly we'll compress that videos and we'll zip that videos and we'll send it weekly wise. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you all.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you all. I hope you guys are understanding.
Yeah, sir. We are getting.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.